Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. My name is Kevin Doe here with Equipboard. Today, I will be doing a review and demonstration of this joyous little noisemaker. The device that I'm holding here is the EarthQuaker device's data corrupter, modulated monophonic harmonizing PLL pedal. It's quite a mouthful. This is a pedal which takes your guitar signal and transforms it into a bunch of chaotic, gooey, synthy goodness. It is beautifully chaotic and it is a lot of fun. Now, as far as controls go, you have controls on the front panel to take command of the three main parts of the pedal. You have a level control for the square wave, which does what it says. It pumps out a square wave of your signal, which is beautiful and fuzzy. Could actually double as a fuzz pedal if just turned up on its own with everything else turned off. You also have a level control for the subharmonic, which is controlled by this little side of the pedal over here, as well as a level control for the master oscillator, which is controlled by this side of the pedal over here. You also have an overall master level control, a big beautiful knob, hard to miss. So, to set the master oscillator of the pedal, you have a couple of knobs to help you do that. You have this one control that helps you set the octave and interval that the master oscillator is going to work with, as well as this root switch to help you set the master oscillator's tracking ability. You can set it so that the note is in unison with your signal, or down an octave or down 2 octaves. On the subharmonic side, you have a similar control here to set the interval and octave of the note being generated. In order to keep the general subharmonic goodness of the whole thing, you can set this little switch here up to unison, or you can set the switch down to send the subharmonic into the frequency modulator for some extra added goodness. And speaking of this frequency modulator section, it adds a pitch bend control to the notes being generated by the data corrupter. So you have two options. You have a glide control, which will pitch up and pitch down just once, or set it to vibrato mode to have a constant sine wave of pitch going up and down. This rate control will also control how fast this pitch shifting occurs. As far as connectivity goes, we have two top-mounted jacks, one for input, one for output, and the pedal is powered by a 9-volt DC power jack. And again, any 9-volt adapter DC that is appropriate for powering pedals should work fine with this. Now, like I said earlier, this pedal is beautifully chaotic. By setting the level controls completely off on the oscillator and the subharmonic, you get this really gnarly and dirty square wave fuzz, which is heavily compressed, very stuttery, and gets even more stuttery if you turn the guitar's volume knob down. So the less signal going in, the more it sounds like the transistors are being starved. However, it's way more chaotic than just, say, a sag control on a fuzz pedal. Between the three different functions of the pedal, you can use these level controls, of course, to blend everything to taste. Want a little more subharmonic and a little less oscillator? Go ahead, dial that in. More oscillator, less subharmonic? Sure, dial that in. Now, once you start playing into this pedal, chaos will occur. Glorious, beautiful chaos. So once the level controls are up, the pedal will generate fixed level harmonies. It could even go into self-oscillation at times. Things get noisy and chaotic. If you do want to maintain some semblance of the original note, you do want to dial in a bit more of the square wave, as that's, to my ears, that's where that resides. Single notes are also generally the way to go with this kind of pedal, though depending on how you set it, things like power chords and whatnot do sound nice. However, depending on how the pedal is set, hit a power chord and things will just turn into a beautiful cacophony of noise and oscillation and just overall madness. But don't let all of that fool you. If you are a fan of sound design and overall just general noisy fun, this is a fantastic pedal to consider. So enough jibber jabber from me. Let's hear how this pedal sounds. So for this demonstration, I will be using my custom electric guitar, going straight into the data corrupter, straight into my audio interface, Amp sounds will be provided courtesy of the Plugin Alliance Bass Dude plugin. And the room ambience will be courtesy the Room plugin by Plugin Alliance. As a starting point for a couple of demonstrations, I will be using the suggested settings found in the Data Corruptors manual. One of them being called Equinox, and the other one called Fisted Fifth Riffs. Once those settings are dialed in, I will start playing with some knobs, intervals, switching to frequency modulation, just to see what happens. Anyways, on to the demonstration. So, who is this pedal for? Quite frankly, if you are a big fan of noise rock, you like synthy sounds, you like chaotic sounds, you like something a little bit different when it comes to harmonizers and whatnot, this is definitely a pedal to consider. If you're also the kind of person who likes to try new devices, forget the manual, simply plug it in, start turning knobs, see what kind of sounds come out of a box, this pedal is guaranteed to provide you with hours and hours of enjoyment. Also, if you're a fan of fuzzy sounds and are looking for a bit of an alternative to your traditional, your fuzz face, your big muff, your tone bender, that sort of thing, the square wave fuzzy goodness of this pedal is probably worth the price of admission all on its own. So, if you've enjoyed this pedal, why not give it a like? Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do share this video with your noise rock loving friends. And if you've just subscribed, or you've already subscribed, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are notified of new videos the second they become available. So we hope you've enjoyed this review and demonstration of the EarthQuaker Devices Data Corrupter Modulated Monophonic Harmonizing PLL pedal. My name is Kevin Doe here with Equipboard. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.